promoting the Space Coast to encourage new investment, assisting industry and new market entry, supporting efforts of Space Coast military installations, and relaying new programs and procedures to assist manufacturing and high-tech companies. I do also want to personally add my appreciation for his continued efforts to work the overlapping port and EDC projects, and her commitment to the Port Canaveral in promoting managed growth for this county and region. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
All right.
And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, jobs are created in the economy 3 ways. Private sector jobs. Company starts up, company expands, company relocates. The EDC plays a role in all those 3 areas. Some are more sexy. Some are things that hit you in the front of the paper and stuff like that. But other things are just roll up your sleeves, non-sexy, hardworking economic development programs to create jobs that are as important as seeds for job creation as are the big relocations like the Northrop Grumman. 1,800 jobs, $100,000 a year. Nobody in the nation has done that. In fact, now I will give you an example where rail was an issue. The Delta 4. I can't tell you we didn't get it because we didn't have rail, but it was an issue getting that over to this side of the Cape. Embraer hasn't talked about rail yet, but it did come up in the Phenom 100 at one time because they were talking. They barge them in. Eventually, they'd like to barge them into Port Canaveral. The other kind of companies that we deal with, it's not necessarily because. Keep in mind, a lot of the companies we deal with light, small, pneumatic products, healthcare products. Sometimes they're call centers. So if they're heavy industries, for sure. And I can give you 2 examples where that was the case. I also can tell you we're dealing with another project that it has come up, and we've talked to the Air Force about rail extension, and I think you're familiar with it too. And that has to do with accessing the underutilized launch pad areas that we have over here too. It's the rail actually stops. They tore it off years ago, and it's okay. Well, I guess we'll never use that land for anything. So again, it depends on the company. We had cases where rail actually came into the discussion. Majority of the companies we work with, it hasn't been a case yet. But again, I can get a call tomorrow. It'll be very important. But thank you. It's a very good question. Connectivity is very important.